Ayo, what's outside is within. The mind regulates the hand that masters the pen. The pen is mightier than the sword, but the tongue is mightier still. The stargate to the mind's revealed. The vortex.
Alright, peace, wagwan. You know what it is. Cyclonious, your host. We have Curse here. System error reboot, right? Or is
Reboot
it?
system error.
So let's reboot that and start again. But yeah, it's a collaboration, and it's a good collaboration. And we're just going to talk about some real spiel. What we're going to start off with? Are we going to talk about? Let's talk about the one the most current, which is obviously I'll say the fight. The fight, obviously, for those who's watching, that's Usyk versus Dubois. And you was there at the fight. Yeah. So you was there live. You got to saw it. And you know what? Yeah, brother, I would have been pissed if I was there. Live. I'm just a fucking Scrooge in it. So like, I hate putting my hand in my pocket. And then I felt like I'd have been upset. Reason why I felt I'd have been upset is because we all know that Usyk is he's certified as a boxer. You know the difference of being a fighter and a boxer. But me being a British guy, I was hoping that Dubois would have pulled out the bag. And Dubois basically, in my opinion, he did everything that I thought he wasn't going to do. I thought he was going again. We saw what he did when he hit him in the lower region, like his midriff. He can't handle those blows as much. I thought he would have expounded on that. He clearly didn't. I don't even think he sent shots to his abs at all in that fight.
I can't recall many times that he went to the body with them. Yeah, it was disappointing.
From what I did see, was Usyk was very much on the offense, and his counter punches. Like again, remember what we said earlier on. Between when I'm listening to the commentators, and the commentators saying, "Oh, what a phenomenal round for Usyk." I'm saying, "Phenomenal round? What are you talking about?" But when they started to show the replays, bro, I'm saying, "Oh my gosh!" Like he's hit him like 3 times in a short space of a time, and slipped a punch, and hit him with a hook, while Dubois was just doing maybe 1 or 2 jabs. Very interesting to see, because I thought after the last fight he would have said, "Yeah, I'm gonna bring it to him in this way. I've seen what your weakness is. Let's have it." You as someone who was there, what is your thought process on the fight?
So firstly, bless up my missus and her sister, because they arranged the tickets, so we was able to go there. Was in a box and everything, so it was really nice. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. The week before, because remember we was gonna do something before. We would have been talking about prior to. We would have been thinking who was going to win.
Yeah.
And if you'd have asked me, I said like he was on a good run, Daniel, and I think that his confidence was sky high.
Yeah.
Last couple of fights doing really well, and I think the last fight that they had. Potentially had him thinking, you know what, I hurt him. Yeah. So if I can just go in there and incorporate my style again, and hit him with certain shots, I can have this fight. I believe he was confident, but it was just the total opposite. But I think that's credit to Usyk. See, as you was just saying, bruv, I'm in the box, so there's a distance to the ring. Obviously, you got the screens and stuff like that. But I'm watching it. And then in the first round, second round, I'm kind of thinking, Daniel's there. He's right. He's doing well. He's there. And then that third round, fam, I saw in the replays. And I looked at myself and I said, he's getting smacked up.
Yeah.
No, bro. I honestly, I said, that's not what I was seeing. It's like I was watching 2 different fights, and he was getting smacked up. And I just think like he just didn't do enough. But at the end of the day, it's you got to give Usyk his flowers. He's a genius in there. He's able to nullify his opponents. Neutralize whatever they've got, and he just dismantles them. He works them out first couple rounds. You watch it, just there, he's working it out well, and he just dismantles them. And you've got to give him the utmost credit, because he's beaten Fury twice, AJ twice.
For
and
real.
now Daniel twice.
For real.
He's had 6 fights with them all, and he said
Yeah, sit down.
he's got him out of it.
Yeah.
We fought, you lost. I'll give you another opportunity. You lost. He's unified. He's the guy. So on that, you just got to just respect it. And now I don't know where he goes from here now.
I was just about to ask you about where does he go, because initially, like, I was saying to just allow it in it, retire, whatever. But and one other guy was saying to me, nah, he needs to fight Parker. How do you feel about Parker?
You know what it is? Ultimately, we both know, because we love boxing, but ultimately we both know styles make fights. So there's always an opportunity for any of these guys to beat each other. You're only a punch away from winning the fight. You know, and we both know that you can get that punch, and it's just all dependent on, look, as we've said, you know, you look at the greatest fighters of all time, they've all been hurt in situations. Half of them have lost. You know, Usyk's undefeated, but there's always an opportunity you can lose. And there doesn't necessarily have to be the best fighter out there or contender who will do it. It could be the couple below that just come in there and get a quick lucky one. But I'll be honest with you, Parker's not it.
Yeah,
I don't think Parker's it. And I just think he's just gonna have to probably relax and if he needs the money, he needs to keep going, then fair enough. But I don't think there's a fight out there for him at the moment. And if there's anyone that thinks there is in the comments,
there is a fight. Actually, now I think about it, and this one will be a good one.
Go on.
Moses.
You think?
Yeah, because
I don't think he's ready.
You don't think he's ready for Usyk?
Not yet. But think of the guys that we just mentioned.
Yeah, but I'm all right. Look at Dubois. Yeah, I think it was a different fight between yesterday's fight and the previous fight between them two. Dubois in the previous one, he was on him. He was causing him problems. He was giving him much more fight. I think I'm using this certain type of language, meaning that I think he was shook. When I'm saying shook, I don't think he's scared of Usyk, but I'm thinking in a boxing sense, he was much more trying to stay behind the jab, trying to, you know what I mean? He was more tentative. Moses, I don't think is going to be tentative. I think Moses is going to be confident in his ability and he's going to want to apply the pressure on Usyk. So Usyk's going to get a whole different fight than what he's had with these lot. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not trying to say he's going to do some mystical, magical thing, because he might still get peppered, you know what I'm trying to say, but I think he might cause Usyk problems.
Potentially. As I said, styles make fights and anything can happen in the ring, but I just think based on what I've seen, and that's all I can do, based on, if we just go by those 6 fights, all 3 of those guys, Fury, AJ, and Daniel, all different types of fighters.
Right.
All different types of fighters, all different styles. Like, Fury's probably one of the best boxers out there. Boxing, yeah? Daniel, power. So you got to be very wary of that. If he hits you with one of them shots as we've seen, he could be lights out. And AJ's always been an awkward fighter. He's big and you know, all of that. But he dismantled them.
Yeah, all 3. Yeah, for real.
So, I mean, when you talk about Moses, I'm saying, but what's he bringing that Usyk hasn't seen?
True.
Do you understand what I'm saying, Shu? He is able to work you out in the first couple of rounds and then do what he's got to do, because it's not, for me, it's not so much whether Usyk has to worry about what Moses is going to bring. Moses has to worry about what he's bringing. You're right. You're not bringing, for me, I don't look at Moses and say to myself, there's something there that's going to make me feel, bro, these up. Okay, so technically, do you think Moses could beat Tyson?
Tyson, Fury.
Do you see how you have to think about that?
Yeah.
But yet what you got to remember is what we just discussed is this Usyk guy, we don't even question that. If I said to you, do you think Usyk can beat Fury? Well, of course I do, because he's beat him twice. So I'm saying to you, what's being brought forward...
No, I hear what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's... Because this is what I did with Daniel. I was like, yeah, Daniel. And then I was like, no, I was talking to my son yesterday, and I said, no, before the fight. I said, no, Usyk's going to deal with him. My son said, yeah, Dad, within 9 rounds, he's going to get knocked out. You know, and I was like, well, I don't know if he's getting it like that, but yeah, when it happens, you start thinking to yourself, well, what was my expectations? You know, what was I really expecting? And that was what I was expecting. Do you know what I mean? So it's a funny one. I think there's a lot of fighters out there. And look, let's be honest as well. As time goes on, every fight he has and every year that goes by, he's getting older. He's slowing down a little bit. So the more he carries on, is the more likely he can lose. You know, and that can happen. I just think when I'm looking at him at the moment, he just seems to always have the ability to outthink his opponent and just work it out. Right now. And to be fair, I don't even care for any of these other fights now. I didn't really care about this fight, if I'm honest. I cared when it was Tyson Fury and AJ because I felt that they were the pinnacle. But then, you know, it's dead.
It is dead because, like, again, remember, you know, when I heard that people talking about him and Parker, I was like, no one wants to see that fight.
No one wants to see that.
I don't see that people going crazy for that. The Moses one, obviously, because of how Moses is going on, I think people want to see it. But as you just said, like, you know,
look, if that's the fight, then that's the fight. If that's what has to happen, I mean, look, if I'm honest, when you say that, I agree with you in the sense that, although I'm saying to you, I don't think it makes sense in anything, I'd rather see that than him v Parker.
Yeah.
That's facts. So I'll give you that much. I'll say to you, like, that's a much better fight for me than the Parker one. But, you know, probably in terms of money, they'll do the Parker one.
So what's left for Usyk then?
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
I think it's a wrap after that, isn't it?
Yeah, there's, like I said, unless he needs the money, which I don't think he does, there's nothing else for him. I think he's a family man as well. He's going to probably just be like, look.
Yeah, I'm going to allow it now.
But you know what boxing's like. Someone might call him out. I mean, I've always looked at him as if someone calls him out, he'll go, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, he don't shy
away from no one, and that's what got him into this position.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause remember, he's the smaller guy, but like, bro, it's...
And that's, you know what, Lennox Lewis was saying the other day, like, he's not
a real heavyweight.
Yeah, he's not a real heavyweight, bro. Like, in a way, writing him off. But I like that because that's been said, and look what he's done to someone who was obviously the heavyweight, the knockout guy and all that. He's just dismantled him, bro.
Bro, you see what it is for me? Intelligence overall. You can be fast. You can be strong, powerful. But if you haven't got the ability to use your brain, it doesn't mean anything. If you're in there with someone who's constantly thinking and working out ways, you're going to struggle. Because you're hoping on being able to be that bit quicker and then hitting him to the shots or powerful enough to knock him out. But if he's smart enough not to allow you to hit him, and he's moving with the quick speed as well, it's difficult. And the thing is, he's got this energy as well. Like, I even questioned it a couple fights back with this Usyk guy, because I'm like, is this guy on something? Because the way he's just able to carry on, like, non-stop, you know, I was like, yeah, this is a bit mad. So, yeah, I don't know. I think maybe he may need to leave it alone as well. And for his legacy, it'd probably be a good thing.
Yeah.
He can retire undefeated. He can say, look, I fought whoever they wanted me to fight. I fought them twice and still was victorious. So, yeah, he's at a great place.
Definitely.
Yo, what's outside is within. The mind regulates the hand that masters the pen. The pen is mightier than the sword, but the tongue is mightier still. The stargate to the mind's revealed. The vortex.